Hello, my name is Sibyl Harmony, and I'd like to start this month of June by talking about the killing of George Floyd. I know you've all heard probably more than you want to hear about this, but it's important that we talk about and so that you can understand a higher spiritual purpose. So I have connected with George Floyd's spirit. And he's not communicating real well at this point. Feels like a lot of mediums are trying to connect with him, but I see him as an earth angel. He came here to fulfill a purpose, and he did that, and he knows that. He has graduated. He has completed the task that he agreed, that he signed up for. On the other side, there's no black or white or races. You can come in here in this very difficult planet, especially lately, at any race to learn what you need to learn. So there's no black or white or Asian or Native American, or what, there isn't that over there. And what he's showing me is that he is surrounded by this beautiful pearlescent light, and he is ascending. He hasn't yet learned really how to communicate well, but the guides and the angels around him are showing me that he has graduated. He's completed his mission, and he knows that. And he is at peace. He is so much at peace. So what the card that I pulled for him is, I had to leave that way. In other words, this was his agreement. So my condolences. I'm so sorry to his family and to everyone who knew him in the world that will grieve and miss for him. But he is the beginning of a movement that has been going on for a long time, but he has reignited this movement. And he is asking us to choose love. Choose love. That's what the officer did not choose when he confronted and murdered George Floyd. But two wrongs don't make a right. And so what he's asking is that the young people out there, he's asking them to believe in themselves. All of us, believe in yourself. What this is about, it is about justice for George Floyd, and all the others that have been killed and harmed by racial profiling and the inequality in this country. And it is up to us, the white people, to speak up and not be complacent, because we're just as complacent, if we do nothing, as everyone else. But what he is asking for is that the young people believe in themselves. This is a very energized movement, and we already have the name Black Lives Matter. And we're hoping to see, it looks like there's many leaders, and there will be more deaths. I don't see this stopping, the bulk of the rioting and looting, till at least this weekend when there is a full moon. And I feel like it goes on past there for probably up until the convention, the presidential convention. But it doesn't look like this government, this president is going to do anything really about this, because it's not just about one death. It's about these young people are angry, they're hungry, they don't have jobs, they don't have a future. This is about the ending of all of this and the beginning of a new era, a new world, a new day. And this is how it's showing up. So we can rejoice and be happy that George Floyd has completed his mission here, and that a new day, and really all Americans are saying the same thing. All Americans are saying that we want justice for murder. We can't have the police murdering people. But it's more than that. These people, we need to have equality. We need to feel like we all have a chance. These people need jobs. They need to go back to school. They're out in the summer. I mean, I don't mean these people, but our young people. Because there are whites out there too. They're white and black. Our children are out there protesting and rioting because they don't have a future. Because the system is broken. And we can be happy and rejoice that this has begun. And we can continue to ask for peace. Please do not destroy small business. We all need to say that is like burning your own house down. The people who can give you a job are being burnt down. So please. And the places where people buy food and supplies. So this is damaging. And I wanted you to know that. Let me see if there's anything else. George Floyd's mother is not as forgiving, and I don't feel like she accepts the way he was killed and the reasons why. She's pretty angry about that. She's on the other side. Let me see if there's anything else they want to tell me about this. Yeah. They're just talking about freedom. Freedom. There's a lot of... It feels like a choir of angels singing freedom, like from some old Baptist church or something. That's what I'm getting. That this is the beginning of real freedom. And it is also part of our awakening process. So remember, if you've watched my videos, I told you that we are in the time of awakening of consciousness. And we can't all sit here and meditate and go, yay, and we're going in higher consciousness, and have a large percent of our population hungry and homeless without, like I said, jobs or school and no future. So this is about all of us. And there are different kinds of ways to do your awakening. For me, I'm older. I don't want to go. I already did the riot thing in the 60s. I already been there, done that. Fighting, end the war and all that. I'm supporting from here. What I did yesterday is I went out and I swept up broken glass. Now, I don't have any big riots around where I live, but there are broken bottles, and it was symbolic for me of picking up the broken pieces. When people and children are angry, it's important for us, or when we are angry, it's important for us to have compassion and to allow them to vent, hopefully not by destroying things, but to vent their anger, to hear them, and not just give them lip service, but to hear them and make changes, policy changes, elect leaders who will make changes that benefit all people. This is a poverty problem. This is a policing problem. This is a violence problem. And so we want to make changes where everyone's included. And sweeping up the broken glass is the people who are going out and cleaning up after the riots. To me, they're the real heroes, and I wanted to join them in my small little way. When I went and swept up broken glass, I felt like I was being a healer to the planet and bringing the understanding. And when people fall apart, when people are broken, when people are shattered, that's what we do. We show up with a broom and a dustpan, and we help them. We help to put the pieces back together. And so there's a story about a woman who lives in a village, and here's her story. And her husband goes to war, and he comes back, and he's very angry because war is a very nasty, horrible, painful thing to experience. And he sits under a tree in the front yard. He won't come in the house, and he won't talk to anybody. So she goes to the village healer, and she asks him, can something be done? My husband, he won't come in, he won't talk. And he said, yes, we can make a potion. Oh, thank God, she says, thank goodness. And he says, but there's just one thing. I have all the ingredients, but I need one more ingredient. What's that? She says, I need a tiger's eyelash. What? A tiger's eyelash? Oh my God. So she said, I'll get it. Okay, I'll get it. So she goes home and she packs up some food, and she heads up the mountain to get a tiger's eyelash. She heads up the mountain past slippery gravel where she slips and slides, past big rocks that look like loaves of bread. She passes through this forest where thorns from bushes rip at her clothing and scratch her, and big birds come out and squawk at her and scare her. But she said, I gotta keep going. I gotta get the tiger's eyelash. She goes up the mountain. It starts to rain. It's raining sideways in her face, and she's getting soaked and she's cold, but I have to get the tiger's eyelash. And then it starts to snow. She's freezing and she's cold and she's tired, but she keeps going, and she finds a little cave and she falls asleep. The next morning she wakes up and she spots a tiger. And when he's gone, she goes over and puts a little bit of food that she brought with her. And the tiger comes and eats it the next day. And every day she puts a little bit of food out, a little bit closer to the cave door, and a little bit closer each day, very patiently guiding the tiger to her. And when he's close enough, she says, please, Mr. Tiger. He says, what do you want? Please, please, I've come so far and I've given you this food, and please, could I please? What do you want? He says. Please, she says, could I please have one of your eyelashes? What? The tiger says. Well, you've given me this food. Although it was weird, I suppose it's okay. Oh, thank you, she says. And she reaches over and she picks an eyelash. Bing! I've got it. I can finally help my husband. And she wraps it up and she runs down the hill, through the snow, through the freezing rain that soaks her, past the bushes that scrape at her and scratch her, and the big birds, down the slippery, gravelly road, all the way down to the village. And she burst in the healer's door and she said, I've got the tiger's eyelash. And the healer takes it and he holds it in front, and he looks at it, beautiful, and poof, he throws it in the fire. What did you do? Oh my God, what did you do? She says. Quiet, it'll be okay, the healer says. It's going to be okay. Go back and do with your husband what you have done with the tiger. And so stories are a way of healing us. And you hope maybe you can tell your children this story. But what this story is about is when others, or when we have anger, we give patience. Be patient with yourself in your anger, because there's probably a good reason that you're angry and hurt. Have patience and nurture yourself, or nurture that person. And give them time, because it takes time to heal our anger. So that's my story about anger. And sweeping up the broken glass. And I want to just talk about, since I'm going to send this out on my newsletter, I made some other videos this month, but they just didn't feel right. And I knew that was something was missing, but I didn't know what it was. But so this is a busy month. This is the time of awakening. And we When you are awakening and you understand what's happening, we can rejoice and be happy, although we're sad that people are being hurt and people have died and will die in this rioting, and loss of property, a business that people have worked all their lives for, especially small business and jobs. We can rejoice and be happy that this is the beginning of the end. This is a new world. People are not going to take this anymore. The energy is changing. And we can be grateful and be at peace. So bring your peace, bring your patience, bring your love, bring your joy. This is your awakening. It's growing up, being mature and very ethical, and downloading that peace. Some people want to go out and protest, and that's okay too. Some people are real activists, and my hat's off to you. I am with you. I am with you in spirit. 100%. I may even go walk in a protest. How about that? Okay. But I do go out and sweep up the glass. That's my job. Sweeping up the broken parts and saying the prayers. Another thing I want to say is these people need food. And if I was around them and if I see any hungry protesters, I will feed them. Because they need hope. They need to know we believe in them. And that we are going to stand up for policies that make a change this world to a better place. But this is what change looks like. Okay, so we have the awakening. The lunar eclipse, May 7th, is the awakening. It's not on that day. It's 6 months before and after, but this has been going on for a long time. This is just bringing this energy up of prejudice and ending that. And we also have a lot of energy coming up around relationships and healing relationships, knowing that this is the one or this is not the one, and big issues coming up for healing ourselves in relationship. Then on the 20th of June, we have a Mercury Retrograde, which starts before that and ends after that. And Mercury Retrograde isn't a time to stop everything. Don't start new projects. But what we can do is we learn to walk the razor's edge, to dot all the T's, dot all the I's, and cross the T's. See, I just did it backwards. That's Mercury Retrograde for me. It'll show you what needs to be fixed. Giving yourself extra time and patience. There's the patience again. Extra time and patience that you will need to complete projects, or you may end up redoing them, which gives you a better result. So Mercury Retrograde can be a good way, a good tool for teaching us to really be on and focused and present. And getting better results, like I said. And have faith. Faith and peace will come. A new world is coming. And we can bring that now by downloading that. And let's do a meditation for peace, an energy healing. And for that, I'm going to send you healing. And let's start by doing some breath in our, breathing in our nose. One. Two. Three. And let's download golden light into the top of our head, connecting us with our higher self, connecting you with your true life purpose. And let that light come in like sunlight melts ice cream. Let it melt away and dissolve. Any seeming fears, lack, loss and grief, unresolved anger, or judgment. And you can pick up your issues when we're done, but for now, let's experience what it's like to be totally connected to light, bringing that light in, totally connected to your higher self. This is the light that shifts you into peace, breathing, continuing to breathe through your nose and out through your mouth. And feel what that feels like to be connected to unconditional love, light, and wisdom. And let's send that love all through your body, every cell of your body. Washing and dissolving any lower frequencies that are no longer needed. Bringing in health and wealth, peace and joy. Attracting all good things to you and sending that out into your aura, your home or apartment building, filling that with light. When we meditate, we not only bring peace to ourselves, we bring it to everyone around us. When we meditate, we fill a house with peace, meditating and cooking food for people. And put that love in the food. You can do it now in advance. And put that love in your sleep for a good, restful sleep. And let's let this love blossom out through our neighborhood, relaxing and calming down the atmosphere. Let it blossom out and glow out all through your town, sending divine love which calms people. You're not really sending your energy, it's energy from the divine coming through and moving out. Just moving through you, filling you with love and peace, and then sending it out. And whatever you send out comes back to you tenfold. In this life or future lifetimes, sending it out to your county, bringing peace. We're asking hundreds of guides, ascended masters, archangels, guardian angels, star seeds to surround the young people in our communities, our small businesses, all structures, bringing peace and loving actions, feeding each other, helping each other, cleaning our messes, non-violence, and sending that out, protecting the innocent from those who would wish ill. We ask that the Archangel Michael come in. He is the angel that comes to the rescue, and you can use him if you're out there protesting. Ask him to walk with you. Ask him to intervene. He loves all people and he will help anyone who asks. Surrounding your state, bringing this divine light, healing your state. Calm, peaceful actions. Joy. Send it out to our country, healing and calming the country. You can ask your higher self or divine love, whatever you believe in, that works. It's energy. And send it all over the world, healing our earth, the environment, the animals, the people, lifting everyone's heart. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. And may you be healed, because in truth, you already are. Please like and subscribe to my videos. If you ring the bell, you'll get new videos when I put them out. And if you'd like a private session, I do have Father's Day, and happy Father's Day. We honor the new male energy, and it's an amazing time. I did call in male energy to work with me because I knew it was Father's Day, so I didn't forget the guys. Here's a gift certificate. If you would like, I do private readings and healings. If you are interested, please contact me for a phone. And I'm starting to do in-person sessions as well. And may you be healed, because in truth, you already are. Did I just say that? Okay. And thank you for sharing this time with me.